Looks like Alex and Ron got paddling out over there. You know, that for some reason also down there, it's maybe a little bit more exposed to the wind. When we're closer to the peak up here, like the lefts will look more glassy while those rights are bumpier.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yesterday there's actually quite a bit of current coming from El Buoy, which you can kind of see in the distance there, that white water in the top right of your screen. That's where El Buoy is, and actually you might see a pretty good wave coming there. There's been a couple good barrels coming through, so there was quite a bit of water that was moving in there, and then it was getting pushed out, and it kind of comes right past this little piece of rock out here in the water, and created quite a bit of texture on the wave, a lot of current. So it doesn't look like it's quite as bad today, like looking at these guys paddling. So it should be that part of it shouldn't be too much of a factor, but it's still it's still bumpy. You know, there's some backwash off of the rocks, and as you move in, so it does get more challenging and more bumpy. The texture gets worse the further you get in. So you might start off, and the other thing too that I notice about hollow waves is that even with when there's a little bit of wind, it stretches the wave face. As a hollow wave comes in and lunges forward, it stretches the wave face and smooths it out.
Yeah.
So that's why you can ride chopo when it's on shore, because it's just it drains so hard that it just stretches out the face and smooths it out. Same with pipe, same with even jaws. Jaws does the same thing. Well, so anywhere that's big and hollow that has that kind of effect.
We just saw a shot right there of our priority boxes, and that kind of explains how things work. Now, the box on the top is who has first priority, correct? Whatever color that is?
Yeah, and there's actually 4 priorities, but they only show the top 2. And so you can kind of make sense of 3 and 4 just based on who's first and second. But the first and second, that's the principal things to concern yourself with while you're in a heat. Just who's got first priority, who's got second priority. You're in third or fourth priority, or and they'll announce it over the PA. So
yeah,
it's pretty well indicated when you're in the water.
Yeah, so our live announcer is doing a good job of keeping the riders aware of not just their scores and what they need to move up in placing, or what their competitors need to take their spot, but they're also pretty good at keeping everyone aware of who has what priority as far as verbally as well as visually, which you can see on the box.
Yeah, I find it interesting that these guys paddle out on the left without the skis going right now. Yeah, because it's such a far paddle, and maybe they just want to warm up. I don't know.
Well, these guys are just about out to the lineup. We are literally minutes away from getting our first heat of the day started. That is heat number 20. It's the final heat of round 3, and we'll immediately move right into the first heat of round 4, which will be man-on-man action, starting with Dave Winchester and Magno Passos. And just right away jumping right into some of the best guys in the world, Mike. And these guys are competing at some of the best waves, and that's what's so great about the IBA World Tour, Mike, is that we've been able to keep these events at some of the best waves in the world. Correct?
Well, the IBA set a very high standard, and I think that's been a great thing. And hopefully we continue to keep that going. There's a lot of pressure sometimes, though they got to have a 1-minute warning. There's a lot of pressure sometimes to run events in kind of lackluster conditions, but the real essence to high performance bodyboarding occurs in waves of consequence, with technical waves that allows riders to really demonstrate what's possible on bodyboard. So I consider it based on the types of waves and what the riders are doing, pretty much the most advanced surfing that's being done right now. I mean, you see great stuff like Toledo doing here we go, the countdown to the heat start. In surfing, you see some pretty cool combinations of air forwards and air reverses, and but it's generally in smaller surf. You're not going to see that, at least not now, in like heavy surf, heavy draining waves. I think that's probably the future.
Yeah.
And who knows what bodyboarding is going to be doing from there? But it's already pretty crazy. Like guys. Omri there looking super psyched, sees the lefts. Those lefts will really play into his favor. He's excited. He sees it. Winnie he just is a calm, cool cat. You know, he's just as unfazed. But I'll tell you what, he is a competitive man, no matter what he does.
What do you think it is about Winnie that has, helped him do so well here? And
Well,
be
I
so
don't think.
confident?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to get caught up with. He doesn't seem to be really get caught up too much with the whole competition stress, or getting this or getting that. He just kind of does his thing, and I think that works well for him. So he just goes out there and surfs. I mean, all these guys in the water have amazing talent, but sometimes, or I'd say a majority of the time, or a lot of time, they just get hung up on their, thinking too much or thinking about heat or this or that. Winnie just gets busy, and other guys, they need a different approach. Guys like Omri, their approach is more disciplined and hardcore. I mean, he's all about hard training and just like super disciplined. Crazy. He'll have a crazy workout. And here we go, first rider up. Looks like Dallas Singer, I think.
Look at this, take it off on the right, and it is clean.
It's super clean. He's just kind of waiting here for a section. Looks like he's arcing up. Okay, nice clean roll to start with.
Yeah, nice clean roll, just like you said, in a perfect spot.
Okay, he's just kind of waiting for maybe another section.
He maybe would have liked to hit it earlier, but he's kind of waiting for it.
He's got something else here. Another clean roll. Oh, yep, pops out of that one.
So 2 rolls right there for the Australian Dallas Singer.
Nothing exceptional, but not a bad way to get things started.
Hey, but in these 30-minute heats, the best thing to do, I know most riders believe, is you get a solid wave on your score, on your belt, like a 5, a 5.5, and just so you're comfortable and you can relax a little bit, you at least have something.
Okay, and here is Alex Oronga on a left.
So take a look at him just driving down the Brazilian.
This is a nice wave. This looks good.
I'm sorry, the man from the Basque Coast.
Yeah, he is deep, way, way deep.
But man, the wave was clean.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to line up well for him, but he just didn't seem like he got much forward projection.
So riders paddling back out, trying to get back to the lineup.
So there you have it, a 5.63, which is, from the judge's perspective, you got to kind of be careful about throwing that first score down, and it kind of sets the benchmark, and everything's kind of based around that.
Yeah, sometimes that's what makes it hard for guys to have the first heat of the day, or even the first wave of the day. Sometimes you'll see in surfing and bodyboarding, guys will get a big score.
Okay, Dave has found a way for himself. Little check turn at the top there. Looks like he's kind of stalling.
Nice set over there, looking for a big section.
See if he can find an inside section. Let's see what it does for him. Watch for some fireworks here if he gets a section. No, didn't happen. But yeah, he's the kind of guy that does some crazy stuff.
Yeah, certainly. If your last name's Hubbard, you know he's crazy and different stuff on the waves.
He's got like this X factor to his riding that's like it's really interesting to watch. And as a character, he's like.
Here's a replay of Dallas's first wave.
Yeah, so
first wave.
Nice clean wave. He's just kind of in the pocket there. Nice smooth clean roll. Nice. He re-engaged that well. Wave kind of slowed down a bit, but maybe smart to kind of get into this next section. Nice extension. Got a little hung up in the white water, but still looks pretty good.
I think I was going to say about first heat of the day, or especially the first wave of the day, is sometimes you'll see guys get a great wave, their first heat or first wave of the day, and they won't get a high score, because the judges are trying to be conservative to get the day started and figure things out relatively to other waves, and so it's definitely a challenge for guys in the first heat of the day, I think.
Yeah, it really does set the benchmark of what's going to be scored for the day. If a guy gets an absolute crazy, I mean, I don't know if I guess it'd be interesting to see if someone gets like a 10 on the first wave of the day. It's like, I don't know if you could score a 10, because you just don't know what else is going to happen.
What else the day has to offer.
Yeah, anyway, that's the judges. They can figure that thing out. That's why I'm not a judge.
We certainly have an amazing panel of judges here at the IBA. We have, guys who are considered master judges from all different sections of the world, and they've all converged on the IBA event here in Chile to make sure that we have the most fair and accurate judging possible.
Yeah, it's quite a task to sit there with the discipline that they need for hours and hours on end, and but I think I don't know, it's kind of fun too. I think for some of the guys, they really enjoy watching it, and they get a front row seat to one of the best shows on earth. So I think it's a pretty cool job as well.
So there we go. We have a score for each rider. 5.63 for Dallas Singer. And Alex Arango, the man from the Basque Coast, with a 2.5. And David Hubbard with a 1.5. And Mike, tell me how we get Basque Coast from ESK. Is that España?
It's like this nation that wasn't really recognized by Europe, and I'm not sure if I got this entirely right, but it's like a region, and they kind of have their own sovereign. I guess they consider themselves sovereign from Europe in some respects, and it's like a Basque nation. It's in between France and Spain.
See.
And it's a beautiful area, and the people there are really cool.
Now, I was asking about how do we get ESK for Basque?
Oh, I guess that's, I don't know, I guess that's the...
Must be España or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they also have some interesting letters and pronunciations of the letters, so it's like, maybe that's like a Basque way to do it, I don't know.
So our riders are sitting out the back, waiting for their next opportunity to strike and put up a score and help them advance on into the 4th round of the Arica Chilean Challenge. And Mike, can you tell me, when was your first experience coming down here to Chile? What's the first time you got down here to bodyboard?
Gosh, it must have been about 8 years ago. And
for the event here was your first time?
Yeah, I came down for the event. It ran like as a test, and I think it was the first year. It was a World Tour event. And yeah, it was pretty neat. Really fun.
Up in blue, David Hubbard.
Up, in and out. Okay. I'm not sure what his priority was, but he's in 3rd priority now.
So go on. So you said your first experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really cool wave, and it's trying to figure it all out.
In red, this
Alex
is
Arango. Now he's in 3rd priority.
So your first experience was coming down here for the contest. I'm surprised to hear that. I thought you would have been down here before.
No, I had never made it down here. I've been to Peru previously, but never down to Arica. I wish if I knew about it, I probably would have come a lot earlier because it's such a good wave. So we got 20 minutes left. So the first 10 minutes have almost burned down. There hasn't been a lot of action. Okay, so we got
Hubby up on the right.
Yeah. Dave,
driving, looking for some speed. You know he
wants
to find a barrel.
Stalling a little bit. Okay, nothing there. He hasn't seen anything there, but looks like something here.
Very nice.
Nice roll. See if we can find another section here. What do we got?
It's steep over there.
Nice little barrel. Oh.
Pops out the back. So, David Hubbard with a relatively long ride right there. Got a clean roll. We're looking for a little barrel at the end, and it didn't look like he came out very clean, but nonetheless, it's a successful ride right now, and that's most likely going to put him up there towards the lead.
He got pretty good air on this roll. So I think you can kind of see his head going back and forth there, looking for that first section that never happened, but then he got pretty good height, pretty good air on that. And it's kind of this wave. It looks easy to ride that right, but it's actually pretty hard to ride. And the other,
bumpy right there.
It looked like almost his fin came off. Maybe that was the problem. It looked like maybe his fin popped off. It looked like something was flopping around. But
certainly it's bumpy over at the end of the rights.
A lot of times you'll hit that right too, and it's Dallas on the left.
So here we go. I guess we missed this wave by Alex Arango.
Oh, no, that's
Look at the
Dallas Singer. Nice barrel. Oh, is he coming out of this?
Oh, and we talked about this the last couple of days, Michael. A lot of guys are unable to come out of these barrels, and it looks like they're going to. And talk about the challenges that El Gringo offers.
Alex
as we see,
no.
Talk about the challenges that El Gringo offers, and why are guys not coming out of barrels like that when it looks like they can?
Well, I think in that case, a lot of times you're trying to extend your tube time in there, and I would say that was a perfect example where Dallas was like in there, probably wanting to come out, but then figured, okay, I'll just park it here a little bit longer so I can get, try to get my score higher. Longer you're in the barrel, generally you'll generate a higher score. So he's thinking, hey, if I can just get in the barrel a little bit longer, try to extend that tube time, I'll get a higher score. But in that case, it didn't work out for him, and in a lot of cases, it doesn't, because sometimes this wave will run away from you at the end. So you really have to read it like just so precisely.
Yeah.
And you really need a fast board too in the barrel. Like you need a board that's got a lot of projection.
Yeah.
And
so we should be seeing a score come through momentarily for David Hubbard. As we see some of our local contingent, some of our Brazilians and Puerto Ricans are on the beach.
Yeah, I think that's the Chilean, the little local Chilean
Hut.
zone up there. Eddie and the boys. Okay, so
still waiting for some scores there from David Hubbard. Oh, there it is right there. You got a 6.63. That puts him up with an 8.13 total. And Dallas Singer in the lead. The Australian, he got a 2.88 his last wave. So there's a 5.6 and a 2.8. David Hubbard definitely looking to get rid of that 1.5. And Alex Haranga on the board with only one wave, which is a 2.5.
So here we have a little lull in the action.
And certainly not as many waves piling through as there were yesterday. I mean, man, the interval was short yesterday. We had just tons of waves coming through the entire day.
You know, I wouldn't want to be on one of those big ships. Those things rock all over there. It's Alex Haranga on a great-looking wave here.
Look at this.
This thing's going to run all good.
Yeah.
That was nice. So, yeah, there you had it. I mean, he didn't wait much in that one. He got in, got out. Quite a bit of seals out here in the back.
Yeah, we've seen them every single day. And there's so many boats that we see coming in and out of the harbor all day long. And it just really goes to show, as we see the replay here, Alex drop it in, hook it in immediately, and just starts driving.
Yeah, so, yeah, little stall at the beginning, and then it starts going at it.
Nice little barrel ride.
Yeah,
It's definitely
in
good.
and out.
Definitely an out and out. He only has a 2.5. That's going to be a good scoring wave for him. One more replay, a different angle right here, and looks good from right there, doesn't he? Disappears.
Yeah, just nice deep barrel, thick hollow section. You can kind of see that one section let's hit a little bit deep spot in the reef or something. It gets a little bit crumbly, and then it opens up again. So he did well to get through that.
So I was going to say, we see so many ships coming in and out all day long from the Puerto here that it just goes to show, like, you know, how many people here in Arica in this area make their living or, you know, depend on the ocean for their jobs.
Yeah.
Whether they're working in fishing or they're working in shipping.
Here we go, Dallas Singer.
Yeah, check him out. He is the leader of the heat thus far.
Yeah,
driving on these lefts that have been known for all these barrels.
Yeah, he surfs lefts good. He surfs Boxy Beach, his home break, and let's see.
Good roll right there, back in the critical section.
Yeah, it's probably conservative surfing, but smart surfing, you know. He's doing well.
Well, he's looking to get rid of a 5.
Yeah, I wanted to say thanks to the city of Arica and the local Navy, because they keep, I guess there's like a place where they kind of keep the boats down to a minimum passing here during the contest times.
Wow.
So, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, Dallas
looking for a big section. There wasn't much here. And so he's just, yeah, nice, clean roll.
Yeah, punches through the lip a little bit there, but still gets projected out in front of back onto the shoulder.
Yeah, nothing extraordinary, but good, solid surfing. And clean, you know, that looked nice. Everything was real tidy.
Mike, can you explain, you know, I know you talked about how we have a lot of water moving, you know, possibly coming down from El Buey, but how come the lefts seem to be more glassy than the rights?
It's a hollower wave generally. You know, the way the reef's formed, it just comes in and you know, that's the best part of this wave, I believe, is that left. And it's just the nature of the topography of the bottom and the swell direction, and period, and just the energy. And so that's it, you know, in a nutshell. You know, you got no wind. It's usually glassy and oily in the mornings. So, and then it has that stretching effect, as I was referring to earlier.
Look at this set starting to roll through right now. So there's still definitely some size out there.
Yeah, there's some size, and it kind of looks, you know, it's strange. You lose scale when you look at it straight on like this. And what you don't see is at the bottom of your screen, or maybe a little bit, is basically dry rock. So it's, you know, whitewater will wash up over the rock and cover it, and then it exposes.
Yeah, for sure.
Your screen basically, you know, probably half a foot deep.
Okay, guys, while we have a little break in the action right here, we're going to show you a nice little GoPro piece, get some POV, and see how the riders see it.
This is Alex Arunga.
Yeah, this is Alex Araga. And man, all the GoPro footage we've gotten has been absolutely amazing, from Pipeline to the South Coast in Australia, and now we're bringing it here to Chile and showing you what these athletes are seeing.
Yeah, that was the air.
Sick.
Cool. That's pretty neat. Alex Arunga from the Basque Country.
Okay, so let's give you an update. Dallas Singer got a 5.55 on his last wave, so it got rid of his 2.88 score. He is in the lead. Alex Araga is a 2.5 and a 7.25, so a total of 9.75. And David Hubbard with only 8.13. He needs a better score to move up into second place, advancing position, but he still has a 1.5 he can get rid of, so shouldn't be too difficult.
Early days. He doesn't need much to advance. His heat is still wide open. Here we go.
On the right.
Dave looking for a big section here.
Boom!
Nice roll. Good section. Looks like this is going to have another section here.
Spinning there in the open face, trying to get a cover up.
Let's see if we can see. I'm waiting for the Dave Hub creative. Like he does these creative claims that are so classic to watch. They're just pure entertainment. I haven't seen one in a bit. I think he's getting serious.
Driving on the,
anyway, this is a good, good.
Right.
The judges like this, you know, big section, big open air roll. You know, that was pretty cool. This part's classic. Trying to get
the butt stall.
The butt stall. Trying to get in there.
So there you go, David Hubbard. We just talking about needs to get rid of a 1.5, and he certainly did that. So he's going to move up in the rankings and put some pressure on Alex Arunga if Alex wants to make it into the next round, which is men's round number 4 and the man-on-man heats. So just over 12 minutes to go. Okay, Alex Arunga in the red, just talking about him.
Yeah, let's see.
Nice shaping up right, but man.
Yeah, that was one of those waves that just is not going to do it. Let's see, he might be able to get an inside section. Okay, sometimes this can be okay, but.
Look at this.
Yeah, that was nice, actually. Gosh, that turned out pretty much better than I expected.
Yeah, he turned something into nothing.
Yeah.
Or turned nothing
into something. I guess I
couldn't
really see down the line. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have taken off if it didn't have some sort of wall on it.
Mike, tell us why does the wave split in half like that?
Yeah, just, you know, it's just the direction coming in and maybe something to do with the period. But that one just kind of converged more towards the peak. And then this second part, though, is where the
wedger,
where it all happened. And that was really good roll. Big, large radius extension. Yeah, that was really good.
Okay, so we're still waiting for a score here for David Hubbard.
All right.
Still.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the. Okay.
No score still coming in from right there yet.
Dave's score is still not. Yeah, I think you know, we're kind of out on a peninsula here, and it's a lot of salt spray and salt water over the course of the evenings. So I think it plays havoc on all the electronic stuff over here. But yeah, I would say, gosh, after that last exchange, it'd be interesting to see who moves up. Magno getting ready for his heat. Magno, his wife came in yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon, and so Magno's well grounded here now. He's got his family here, and it'll be, you know, this is going to be a good heat coming up.
Oh, okay,
he's going to have his work cut out for him though with Winnie in it. Okay,
so I just got some info from our IBA fans that talked about their replying and on Facebook, and ESK stands for Euskadi. Which is something for the Basque country.
Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. Thank you for that. That's good to know. Oh, he got an 8. So Dave moves to the lead. A pretty commanding lead actually, with an 8 and a 6. So that one move, one wave, just can change everything.
So good score there for David Hubbard. We talked about that, you know, he was going to get rid of that 2.5. I'm sorry, that 1.5, and he certainly did. So Hubby with a commanding lead right now. Dallas Singer needs a 9.08 to take the lead from him. Alex Aranga needs a 3.93 because he has a pretty solid score with a 7.25.
Okay. Well, Dallas, let's see if that, you kind of took more, conservative approach to this heat, it seemed, at least his first few waves. And I'm not sure if that's going to, it's so far it's working to his advantage. But with 9 minutes left and Alex Aranga only needing a 3.9, that's a tough position to be in. Now Dallas needs a 9, so, he's although he's in second, it's kind of a tough situation for him because, he only has his highest scores of 5.6, and so he's got 2 5s, and Alex has got a 7, so that's almost 2 points ahead of him.
Yeah.
So with 8 minutes to go, let's see what happens. I mean, if the ocean goes flat, Dallas is stoked. So Dallas is going to have to turn it up here, because he's not. I don't think he's gonna. It's going to be tricky whether he makes it or not, man. I don't know.
Well, the priority, I think we talked about how important it was yesterday.
Okay, so he's got priority here. It looks like he's going to get this one. Come on, let's see what he can do here. He needs to pick it up. He needs a higher
like
score.
A barrel on this right.
Oh, okay. Lip just kind of got him there.
Caught him a little bit.
Looking for something. Okay, a little air. Not I don't know if that's going to better his.
No, I don't think so. As we see Hubby on the left. After getting that big 8 score, look at this barrel he finds on the left.
Nice barrel on the
Very
left.
clean. What's he going to do
Still
after
running.
it, Mike?
Oh, forward off the back, unfortunately. So he had the right theory. I mean, he's got a pretty good lead, and so I think he can kind of take some more risks now. Had he landed that air forward, it would have been another, probably 8 or 9 even. So.
Yeah, certainly taking some risks right there was David Hubbard. We see
So
Dallas trying to find that barrel, and the lip just kind of caught his legs and his
pulled him
backside.
sideways. So he kind of lost a lot of speed going into that air. Had that lip not hit his legs, he probably would have had enough speed to really get a really good projection off of that.
Look at this barrel on the left.
Yeah, so Dave kind of using a kind of unconventional off the board style to stall for that, gets a good barrel out of it and finds a section. You can kind of see that lip kind of bends away from the beach, and sometimes it does that. As you can see, it's
pretty
not
common for guys to go off the back of the wave when they're doing forward 360 airs. And tell us why that is, Mike.
Well, if you don't have a thick lip that's really pushing you forward towards the beach, then it's going to be hard to make that. So even when it is like that, it's hard to make them. I mean, they're very difficult maneuvers.
Yeah, we talked about it before. A lot of the athletes, and I think I agree that I think a forward 360 air is much more difficult than a reverse air, and probably one of the most difficult tricks in the sport.
Yeah. I did reverse airs myself before I did forward airs. So. Okay, so Alex Aranga moved ahead with a 4.88, and so now Dallas needs a 6.51. Now the highest score he's got so far is a 5.63, and so he needs a big score. So this hopefully he'll hear this, he'll know that he needs a score, and he'll pick it up because he's got to go. He's got to take things to the next level for him.
Hubby's sitting comfortably in the lead with a 6.6 and an 8.08. 8.08 for the man from Kauai.
Yeah.
You think there's a little bit of animosity in the Hubbard house because David doesn't have a holiday named after him yet? I told Jeff, there he is right there, speaking of the devil, I told Jeff the holiday will really be cool if kids get the day off.
Yeah, that would be good.
Kids don't have to go to school on
I vote for that.
Today.
I vote for that.
Then you know that he's really made it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
On
okay,
the
Dallas
left,
on a good wave.
He needs
good section.
A 6.51.
Nice
air right there.
That was good. That'll definitely help his campaign. Landed and got shot. I'm not sure if pretty sure that's a make. We'll see what the judges think.
Talk about how the judges work, Mike. If you talk about if you complete a maneuver, if you don't complete a maneuver, you have to ride it out.
Yeah, you basically got to ride it out. And here you'll see, he's basically just going for that lip. So nice projection, good style, everything's clean. Lands, Okay, he's got his arm up, so it's kind of like, yep, okay, he's made it. And then at that point, he'll, you know, just get gobbled by the whitewater.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, it's tricky. Like, you know, sometimes even if you raise your hand up and you get clobbered, they're still not going to give it to you. So, let's see. So, yeah, that's a make, 8. So now he's in second. So now Alex, it's exactly what Dallas needed, kind of put things up. So,
Pretty high score.
yeah, that's a high score.
Especially for a one maneuver wave.
Yeah,
Surprised.
yeah, clean. It was clean. Maybe not the upward height, but the outward height, he got a lot of air. You know, especially, you know, the judges probably reviewed that front-on shot as well. It was pretty good, pretty well done. So, yeah, so now Alex needing a 6.59, and so now we get to see the man from the Basque Country really, and this is what he's good for. You know, he loves this, you know, get pressure cooker, and he'll just go absolutely crazy if he gets the section or the wave. So this will be really interesting to see how this last few minutes play out.
Checking out more of the questions and comments that are coming in for us.
Okay, kind of a, you know, the whitewater foam out there is kind of an interesting way to indicate waves too. Like if you're in a heat, you can kind of look at that and kind of tell sets are coming. It's a good way to see sets. Okay, here's Alex.
Here he is, the man in third place. He needs a score.
Yeah, he needs a big score here. Okay, if this has a good wall on the end of it, he might have a shot at it, but he needs a pretty good wave here.
Nice air.
Pretty good air, pretty good extension. You know, and he's the kind of guy that will probably hold in. Okay, and then Dave's back up on one. Nice barrel on the outside.
Driving
and it looks like there might be a good section here on the end. Let's see what he's got. Roll. Didn't quite cooperate how he wanted it to, I'm sure, but that was still a decent wave nonetheless. Some interesting pumps to get over those whitewater.
Yeah.
Little chops on the inside, huh? Dave's got some unconventional style things going on and unconventional methods. And I guess he's just kind of an unconventional guy, really. But, I mean, gosh, you know, look at his scores. He's gotten some great rides today.
Man, a lot of rights ridden so far today.
Yeah. You know, I thought there'd be even more lefts, but guys are smart to be just being open-minded about all of them. I think too often, you know, you get stuck into seeing only rights or seeing only lefts. And, you know, a day like today where there's lefts and rights, it's really helpful to just keep an open plastic mind and, you know, just be able to, you know, do whatever the waves dictate rather than trying to make something that's not there.
So waiting for those scores to drop through, but just so you have a lay of the land, we have just about 40 seconds to go in this heat. David Hubbard with a good lead, 14.71, 13.83 for Dallas Singer. Alex Arunga, he's in third. He needs a 6.59, only 30 seconds to go.
Okay, so Alex Arunga, let's see.
Well, that's the way we saw earlier.
Yep. That's his, let's see if they score that. I mean, it's kind of a make. Oh, yeah, let's see. He's the kind of guy, yeah, he's not afraid of rocks. He'll go right up the rocks.
He only got a 3.7, so that's him getting out of the water right there. So Alex's contest is done.
Yeah, I guess
the Basque Country is done.
He didn't, this guy will usually come in bloody because he just charges that hard. Yeah, I personally thought that should have been scored a lot higher, but
me too.
But maybe they didn't consider it as quite. He didn't land on the face or whatever. But
well, unfortunately for him, he is done for the day. We might see him in Antofagasta and or Arica.